Well, a very good morning here to Kurrawa Beach, and well, what a morning it is. It's finally come around, the 2011 Coolangatta Gold, and well, online, courtesy of Surf Life Saving Australia, Kurt Hanson joining you. We're going to take you with a very exclusive insight today through the entire race, and geez, what an outstanding performance it's going to be. And all eyes will now turn to the starting line, and well, in the end as well, 4.5 hours later, back here to the finish at Kurrawa Beach. The question must be asked, can anyone stop Caine Eckstein looking to win 5 titles here at the Coolangatta Gold? 4 consecutive, and will do something that no other man has ever done in the history of this sport. Stay tuned, it's going to be some great action. We're going to be in the thick of it. You won't miss a beat here, the 2011 Coolangatta Gold. So we see here 57 competitors in the open male category, the gold singlets, as they prepare in the marshalling to take to the water. Of course, a water start today to get us going. 46.65 kilometres, and those elite competitors looking to do it in a little over 4 hours. Perfect conditions near here. Really just going to give competitors a little bit of a push as they make their way in this opening ski leg, 23 kilometres from Kurrawa. They'll make their way north a little bit to Northcliffe, a U-turn, and then all the way down to Greenmount. And of course, all eyes on the 25-year-old Caine Eckstein as he looks to create some more history today. 5 titles and 4 consecutive. And the question everyone wants to ask on the beach, well, the rest of the contenders, who's going to push him for the title? Plenty of contenders out there, and none more so than 22-year-old Corey Hill. Finished second last year and like to go one better in 2011. Also plenty to look out for there. The 30-year-old Nathan Smith on the comeback. Had a sensational ski paddle last week, finishing second in a distance ski race in Sydney. And he's got some great form in this race. Finished second in 2006 behind Zane Holmes, and third behind Eckstein in 2008 and 2009. Well, also out there, you go to the veteran, the 40-year-old Guy Andrews, an endurance race specialist. 3 times professional series winner. No doubt he'll be trying his best to be up there. And then the newcomers, the likes of 26-year-old Tom Atkinson from Queenscliff. First time that he's done the Coolangatta Gold. Looks like he is made for an event like this. And then on to the teenagers, 18-year-old Mitch Miller made the move down from the Sunshine Coast to North Burleigh this season. A lot of good talk about him before this race. And also the under-19 Coolangatta Gold champion from last year, Mooloolaba, Alex Tibbetts. A very big unit with a great pedigree and renowned as one of the best runners in the business. Just a few names, but obviously all eyes on Caine Eckstein to see if he can do this again, become 5-time champion of the prestigious Coolangatta Gold. So joined here obviously by, well, the support team of Caine Eckstein. Firstly, Shannon, how's he feeling today, looking for title number 5?
Mate, he's looking angry, and that's good for Caine. He races pretty angry, so he was a bit sick about 2 months ago. He's pretty crook, but he's come through it pretty well. He's looking fit, and the conditions, a northerly wind coming up, and I don't think he's done it in a northerly before, so it'll be new to him today. Yeah, maybe that breeze, almost perfect conditions today. You couldn't ask for anything more, could you? No, it's going to be a pretty quick paddle down, but a hard slog back. But they got the hard sand, so Caine should be running pretty quick, I think. Is there any indication that he gives you in the week leading up that makes you really realise that he's on song for this kind of race? He gets quite snappy and sort of a bit moody, the young fella. So that means he's ready to go, and he's been like that this week. He's a bit snappy, so yeah, he's ready. He's on edge and he's ready to perform, I think. And is there anything special that we should look out for during the race that we haven't seen before from him? No, same tactics. He'll just ski paddle with the mob, I think, then try to put 2 or 3 minutes in the swim and do the rest on his own. So he's done it every year, and I think he'll do that again. Thanks for that one, Shannon. In with Dan Carruthers. Dan, you know Caine very, very well. You've grown up with him and obviously doing a bit of handling for him today. Handlers have just a bigger responsibility as the competitor himself, because if you blow it, then he blows his own chances. Oh, yeah, mate. I'm under tough instructions from Lukey Mitchell. He's the #1 handler, so whatever he says go, I suppose. He's the man. He's the boss. Obviously, well, we spoke about the conditions here. Gorgeous day to be racing, and well, what more can you ask for? Oh yeah, it's a great day. I think it's going to be an even better day this afternoon when Caine's 5 times, I think, so can't wait.
Fingers crossed for Caine. If you could see an upset coming from anywhere, who would you see it coming from?
Oh, mate, you have to go with Corey Hill from last year's performance, and Nathan Smith. He'll always be up there. So, but mate, end of the day, you know, Caine's the man, and I don't think anyone will come near him. Well,
we wish you all the best today. Good luck for Team Eckstein. Hopefully, you can make it 5 in a row.
Thanks very much.
There you have it, lads. Team Eckstein ready to rumble here. It's going to be a big afternoon or big day of action. 4 hours coming up. Stick around. So just peeling off here with Phil Clayton, obviously Ironman ledge and head coach here at Kurrawa Surf Club. Clayto, one day a year, it's a pretty special day, the morning of a Coolangatta Gold, and you couldn't ask for much more this morning. Perfect conditions.
It is a special day. These guys are now trained for 6 months, and all that preparation, all the hard work's coming to this moment right now. We've got a beautiful sunny day, and there's not too much wind, so Caine's been talking about going under the 4 hour mark. I think today could be one of those days.
Obviously, a lot of attention on Caine, looking for 5 titles, unprecedented before, 4 in a row, something that, well, could last for a very long time. Who can challenge him? Who are you looking at today in this field that could even really try and push him all the way?
A lot of guys are talking Mitch Miller. He's a young kid. He's very hungry to get up there and get on the dice. The one I think you got to look at is Corey Hill. He's an amazing ski paddler. Not only that, he's got the stamina to last the race. This is a big race. It's not a short thing that's going to be over in 5 seconds. So I'd go between those two, and then, mate, we're in Surf Life Saving. Anyone could turn up on the day and give him a shove, but let's be honest, it's Caine, Eckstein, and I don't think too many people are going to get too close to him.
What is it with Caine in this race? I guess you look at basketball and you think of Jordan, and you look at surfing and think of Slater, and now really you look at the Coolangatta Gold and you just think Caine. It's just another extension of himself, isn't it really? It just seems like the universe is telling us he was put on this planet to win this race.
Most definitely. He's made for it. The size of him, the strength of him, and the ability he has at the end of a 3.5 hours in a race to kick up another gear and take off in that run leg. There's not too many people in Australia, well, obviously there isn't, that can do that. And he's made this race his and his alone. And I think we're not going to see it for 1 or 2 years. I think we're going to see Caine here for a long time dominating this race.
And just your thoughts today tactically on this race, where's it going to be won?
The last run. I actually think that the 4K run after the swim is where Caine makes his move. He'll sit down there, and I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to get off a ski with him. He'll do the swim with the guys. Once he stands up after that, that's where Caine really kicks into gear, and the 4K there is where he's going to absolutely bolt. And then he's an amazing board paddler, one of the best in Australia, so all he'll do is go on with it and then really put the nail in the coffin coming home on the run.
Well, thanks for your insights, and good luck to the Kurrawa team today.
Thank you very much.
So joined here by legendary coach Pat O'Keefe, obviously now at the North Burleigh Club. Pat, a big day for some of your lads today, and obviously, well, who are the ones to look out for you?
I think Mitch Miller's got some hope. He's very young. You know, we haven't got great numbers, but you know, everybody's coming along pretty well. You know.
Last words of wisdom to a youngster, 18-year-old Mitch Miller. What did you tell him before he took to the ski leg?
Just hang in there as long as you can, mate.
Nice one. Great to have a few words there from Pat. Now, former Ironman legend Josh Blair. Josh, big day for today. Younger brother, giving it a go?
Yeah, it's his first time individually. He's done the teams before, so yeah, he's prepared well. So he should be up there with the leaders on that ski leg. He's quite a strong ski paddler.
It's a special day, isn't it, in Ironman racing in Australia, the Coolangatta Gold, iconic race, and just great to see it going from strength to strength every year.
Oh, it is. It's the most challenging race, and I mean, it's not just the competitors around you; it's all the elements. It's a big mind game, this race. So it's a lot of preparation that goes into one day, but a fantastic race.
Obviously, Caine, Eckstein starting a very short-priced favourite. Anyone else out there for you that really tickles your fancy that could cause a big upset?
Yeah, like Pat said, like these young guys, Mitch Miller. You know, they've really got to set it up in this first part of the race. That ski leg, it's so important. Watch out for the experience of Nathan Smith, I think. So I haven't sort of heard too much about his preparation, but he looks fit, so he might be one to watch out for.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Josh, and hopefully we'll see you on the sand this summer.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, man. So coming to the completion of this first opening ski leg, 23 kilometres from Kurrawa down here to Greenmount, and it is the 4-time champion Caine Eckstein in front, looking very comfortable at this stage. Gets off his ski leg complete, 23 k's down, gets the fluids into him. You can see going past us now, doesn't he look strong already? He's opened up a big lead into his 650 metre run. before he heads back into the water for that swim leg. And not too far behind him as we head the camera back out into the ocean. Chasing in second position, you can see 30-year-old Nathan Smith. He's done a good job to try and stay with Eckstein. And in comes Smith now. Smith finished a runner-up in this event back in 2006 behind Zane Holmes, third in 2008 and 2009 behind Eckstein. So the Smith dog off and racing. His ski leg complete, picks up the fluids. Looks pretty solid as well. Tough ass of these athletes. They've been using that upper body for almost 2 hours now. Now they've got to get that blood flowing back into the legs and then get their composure and get back into that swim leg. But that lead you can see, well, probably out to about 500 metres now in favour of the four-time champion in Caine Eckstein and this chasing pack with plenty to do. So the chase pack a few minutes back now and in equal third position, the pair here, Corey Hill and Tom Atkinson, make their way to the beach together. Of course, Tommy Atkinson, first time he's ever done the Coolangatta Gold, so he'll be pretty stoked with this first 23-kilometre ski leg. Corey Hill, the runner-up to Caine Eckstein last year. Both get rid of the camel packs. Corey Hill into his run. We'll just go back to Tommy Atkinson there. Had a couple of skins on, just trying to generate a bit more feel in those legs. Just one of the toughest parts of this transition. And another big ski leg there. Gee, very impressive. Julian Norton-Smith, not too far off the place, and he had a bit of a bounce in his step as well. So Norton-Smith there into fifth. And then we go into sixth position there, Cameron Gordon. So the chase pack, they look pretty fresh, but again, still a long way to go in this race. And that leader, Caine Eckstein, well, we know how good a swimmer Nathan Smith is, and you get the feeling if he can't shut him down in that swim leg, can't close that gap, every second that Eckstein leads out of that swim while he's running and Smith's swimming, that gap is just going to extend longer and longer. So here we go at the changeover. The boys just coming out of the swim leg now. 3.5 Ks out of the water, and now a 4-kilometre run. It is Caine Eckstein just in front, a huge swim leg by Nathan Smith, a 30-year-old right on his hammer. And we haven't seen a race like this in the Coolangatta Gold for a very long time. Eckstein coming through the changeover here. The 4K run north to Currawa looks solid. Smith dog right on his hammer, and gee, you can smell it as well. Feels real good. And now 4K run up to Currawa and on to a 5.5 kilometre board leg to Burleigh Heads. And gee, the race has been begging for this for a long time. The 4-time champion Caine Eckstein had it all his own way for so long. And now the 30-year-old veteran Nathan Smith really throwing the gauntlet down to the young superstar.